coming up. Did you ever imagine this would be your life?
No, I never wanted to do acting, which I know reality TV is not acting, but I never thought I was gonna be in LA doing TV shows, anything like that. The most I did back in the day was beauty pageants at the county fair.
Wait, okay.
And little stuff like that.
Is there anything you can tease about the Valley or this next season?
It's going to be great, as always.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of funny moments. Last season was so dark, but we still have plenty of drama, and there's a lot of hilarious things that we did this season that I can't wait for people to watch.
Okay, good.
It's gonna be great.
Meet Harry Jowsey, reality TV heartthrob. He's been loved, ghosted, cancelled, and kissed. He spilled his guts.
I did what?
In a world of ghosting and dodging red flags, Harry's filling his boyfriend's toolbox one lesson at a time. It's Harry Jowsey, boyfriend material.
Okay, what is going on, you naughty little sausages? This week, I'm joined by mother, former farm girl, and reality TV star. You know her from Vanderpump Rules. Jax and Brittany take Kentucky and the Valley. It's Brittany Cartwright. How you doing, my love?
Hi, woo!
Wait, okay.
Thanks for having me.
No, I'm your accent.
I like your accent.
No, because before this, I was watching your podcast, and I was like,
Oh, Lord.
your accent is just so adorable.
Thank you.
Does everyone sound like that where you're from?
Not everyone,
Okay.
but a lot of people in my family definitely
really?
sound like me.
Is it just Kentucky that sounds this way, or is it?
I think it depends on which part of Kentucky that you were raised in. Because I was raised in Winchester, so it's a smaller. What? Is it that crazy?
No,
I don't
fun.
even hear my accent, which is the
Really?
craziest thing. But if
Damn.
I have some drinks in me, or if I'm arguing with somebody, it gets even thicker.
Really?
So this is calm.
This is
because I'm
good.
completely sober.
And is your family? Do they sound crazier? Does it sound more aggressive? Like their accents?
I mean, I was just home for Christmas, and I'm everybody sounds country because I'm kind of used to, I've been in LA for over 10 years now, so
Okay.
I'm kind of used to how everyone talks here, but I talk to my mom every day, my brothers, my sisters, so
Oh my God.
my dad, so that's normal, but every time
Okay.
I come back to LA, everybody's like, your accent sounds even thicker. I'm like, well, yeah, I just spent 2 weeks with my
God.
country family.
Does your family think you sound Hollywood?
There was a couple of times
Okay.
where my mom was she kind of copied something I said. She goes, I forget what she said exactly, but it was something like or there. And
There.
it still sounded very country. I was like, Mom, that still sounds very country.
Yeah, Mom, you can't try.
Yeah.
So you grew up in a tobacco farm.
Yes.
How does that work? That's so cool. Were you pumping cigarettes every day?
No. I
Okay.
didn't smoke.
Okay.
My papaw was a tobacco farmer. So
What's a papal?
my grandfather.
Oh, that's a papal?
Yeah, papaw and mammal.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Mammal and papaw. Maybe it's a southern thing,
Is
but
that
it's completely normal for me.
What language? That's English?
Yeah.
Okay, papal and mammal.
Is that English?
I don't know. I've never heard these words.
Yeah, mammal and papaw.
Where does that come from?
I don't know. I mean, I
Whoa.
was the 5th grandchild, so she was already, but it's very normal. A lot of people.
Mammal?
Yeah, it's either granny or mammal and papaw, granny and papaw or mammal. My
See,
dad's
I thought
side.
a mammal was a type of animal.
No, that's a mammal.
Okay. I was like, that's kind of rude for grandma.
Mammal ends with a W, MAMAW.
Mammal.
Mammal, and then
Mammal.
papaw is PAPAW.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
Wait, I need to have that. Could I
You
do
have
that?
Yeah, if you want to. I mean,
Papaw and mammal.
yeah, mammal, papaw, and then that's my mom's side, and then granny and papaw is my dad's side.
Okay, and so everyone grew up on the tobacco farm.
Yeah, we all have. Like they said, I had a spin-off show called Jackson Birdie Take Kentucky, but all of my family lives on the same property, the same land. They're all next door neighbors.
Wow.
But growing up, yeah, my
so
papa
fun.
was a tobacco farmer, never smoked or drank a day in his life, but tobacco is one of Kentucky's largest exports. So
Oh.
if you are a farmer, that's one of the best things that you could do. So
Wow.
yeah, I used to set tobacco every summer, sit on the back of a tractor. We'd all wear bikinis and stuff. Me and my cousins out there, Papa would give us $20 for helping him for the day. And it was
Wow.
just the funnest thing ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what set are you on the back? You're pulling. What is it?
Yeah, so you have styrofoam,
Fascinating.
basically like 20 to 40 little tiny plants are in these little styrofoam boxes, and you're sitting on the back of a tractor in a seat, and there's this like rotating thing, and you take the plant out of the box and put it in a little clip, and it plants it as you're like going down. So you're just like are
Whoa.
constantly just like picking it up and putting it in, picking it up, putting it in.
That's so fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Would you like move back there with Cruz or no?
I mean, not right now.
Okay.
You know,
Like-
he's like settled in with his stuff right now. I
Okay.
got to keep him kind of on the same routine.
Yeah.
I definitely want to like buy a house in Kentucky soon because I love to go back and visit. But this is like where my opportunities are. Like the Valley is
sure.
going great. Like my podcast is doing great. Cruz is in great like therapies and different stuff. So
Yeah.
we're not going to be moving anytime soon.
Okay, because I was thinking when I grew when I like start a family and stuff, like I would love to move back to Australia because it's the best. And obviously,
I've never been to Australia. I really want to go.
oh my god, they'll go crazy for
Yeah.
you. And your funny accent.
I would love it. I would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to move back just yet, but
Okay.
like maybe who knows how long this reality TV stuff is ever going to last? Like none of us know, you know?
I think you're doing okay.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
It's been over 10 years now, but
Yeah.
you just never know. So I got to take all the opportunities while I can and just like build myself up.
I was gonna say because so many reality TV people, they just disappear.
Yeah.
Like, and to do it for 10 years is incredible because
Yeah.
I know how hard it is. Like, it's so hard to book the next show, also to be a series regular. Like,
Yeah.
some of my friends, I'm like, how do you, like, that's the biggest dream. Like, I'm just over here slutting it out, trying to get on anything ever. Like,
Slutting it out.
I am. I'm throwing this pussy around, trying to get on. But it's, like, hats off to you because it's so difficult.
Yeah.
And I was reading a little bit about your story, like, how you kind of fell into it is so fascinating
Yes.
as well. Like, did you ever imagine this would be your life?
No, I never like wanted to do acting, which I know reality TV is not acting, but I never thought I was gonna like be in LA doing TV shows, anything like that. The most I did back in the day was like beauty pageants at like the county fair.
Wait, okay.
And little stuff like that.
I need to ask about this. Because when I was doing my research, I'm like, I'm so fascinated by beauty pageants.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, because they're not a thing where I grew up. Like, or maybe not for me.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
don't know if they have Australian pageants. They probably do now, but
I'm sure there's a Miss Australia.
I got to find her.
Yeah.
I hope so. But explain the beauty pageant. Because I know, like, it's you just put your daughter and make her, like, how does it work?
So I did a bunch of beauty pageants whenever I was little that I don't really remember, but I was never like the girls. Have you ever seen Toddlers and Tiaras or like heard of that TV show?
I've heard of it, but it's not the type of stuff I watch.
Okay, yeah. So they're extreme. Like they're
Yeah.
doing like spray tans, fake teeth, like hair extensions on these
Ooh.
little kids. Like
Yeah.
that was never what I did. I just
Okay.
did like the county fair pageants. Like we would be inside on a stage, and then like right next door they were doing like best in show for a pig contest. So like it was literally like
That's fun.
small and fun
Yeah.
and really cute. And then I like as I got older, I did like Miss Teen Clark County and then Miss
So
Clark
cute.
County, and then I would go to like the Kentucky State pageant and stuff.
Okay, so it was like a fun one. It wasn't like this serious.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
do even whenever I was like older,
Yeah.
which is so young now that I look back, but like being like Miss Clark County, like I still didn't have like all that crazy stuff on, you know?
Because I know some mums like get very possessive over it,
Yeah,
right? And
no.
it's like their entire identities.
My mom was a like an amazing model growing up, so I think that she kind of like loved that kind of thing, and I
Yeah.
loved it. If I didn't like it, she would not have forced me to do
Okay.
it. And I honestly think that it shaped me as for like kind of who I am today, because we had to go on stage, you had to answer a question, and you get a lot of skills from that. You had to do interviews before, like one-on-one with the judges.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so like you actually learn a lot.
What are they asking you in those interviews? Is it like, hey, what's your favorite color? Like, what?
I mean, it could be anything from who is your favorite actress and why. I mean, you're in the interviews for like 10 minutes. So they're asking
Oh,
all
okay.
kinds of different questions.
Yeah.
And I mean, it could be who's your favorite color. It could be
Yeah.
like, what do you not like about yourself? Like
Oh my
stuff
God.
like that. Yeah.
Oh
Because
my
you always
God.
got to like try to spin it to something positive.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of helpful.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good
I mean,
skill.
I learned some life skills from that.
Shout out to beauty pageants. Okay, so Marshall, my producer, he pulled a bunch of random facts about you from
Oh, Lord.
facts.net, and I want to know. It's kind of like
From
Mythbusters.
facts.net?
Yeah,
That's a thing?
I've never heard of it, but
Okay.
he found it.
Okay.
So,
I'm scared what this is going to be.
okay, so I'm gonna say something that's on this website.
Okay.
You have to tell me it's fact or fiction.
Okay.
or if you don't want to even go about it, we can just skip it.
Okay.
Or if you want to go into detail about anything, I would love to hear.
Okay.
The first one, before joining Vanderpump Rules, Brittany worked at Hooters in Kentucky.
True.
Did you?
Yeah, I was inducted in the Hooters Hall of Fame.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
no.
In 2019, they flew me out to Clearwater and did this whole thing because Clearwater is the very first Hooters. I worked at Hooters in Kentucky for 6 years, so I was a bartender and I loved it. I met some of my very best friends there. I got to judge the pageant with NFL people and all these other judges, and it was so fun. It was so fun.
Who else did the Hall of Fame there?
Gosh, actually, I mean, I can't really think of everyone that's in there, but other people who became movie stars and
from Hooters.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of people worked at Hooters.
I gotta start going.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's starting to close down some places, but hopefully
sad.
it can come back.
Yeah. Okay, Brittany was
Wait, really quick. This is according to AI. It says that several famous figures, including Amy Adams.
Yes, Amy Adams.
Holly Madison.
Yep.
Naya Rivera.
Wow.
Chrissy Teigen are known
Chrissy Teigen?
for having worked at Hooters and waitressing.
Wow.
I know Amy Adams was inducted because I think she was inducted the same year I was, or a year before.
Yeah.
So that was
This
cool.
is so fun.
I know.
That's awesome.
And then whenever I moved to LA in the very beginning, because I wasn't making anything on Vanderpump Rules, I transferred Hooters, and I was working at the Hooters. Yeah, and I was working at the Hooters across the street from, it was the Staples Center then. So I was working there, and I was making no money. I was used to making at least $1,000 a shift, which is good for serving and bartending.
Wow.
Because I had regulars and I had built up that. And then I came here, and unless there was a hockey game or a basketball game or a concert, it was completely dead. So it was so different.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. It's shut down now.
It's all done.
But in Kentucky, Lexington is still going.
Really?
Yeah.
Kentucky pops off?
Yeah.
Wow. You were a cheerleader from the 3rd grade and continued throughout your college years.
Mm-hmm.
That's true?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Probably even earlier than the 3rd grade. But yeah.
Wait, how old's the 3rd grade?
How old is the 3rd grade?
I don't know.
I should know.
We have different ages in Australia.
3rd grade is probably 7 or 8.
Wow.
But I did it whenever I was really little. My sister was a cheerleader, and she's 6 years older than me. So
cute.
we did Civitan football and little pickup games.
Oh,
and we would be
cute.
little cute cheerleaders on
Oh,
the
that's
side.
adorable.
I know. I loved it.
She attended Eastern Kentucky University, where you briefly studied nursing.
Yes, true.
Damn, facts.net is fascinating.
Yeah, they're getting it right. That's where I cheered as well. Yeah, go Colonels.
You dabbled in modeling, appearing in small projects such as Harley Davidson calendars.
Oh my God, how do they know that?
Did you do that?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Wait,
I
what's the
did.
backstory there?
There was just a Harley Davidson shop that was in Lexington that was really popular, and they did a calendar every year, and they scouted me from Hooters, and I went and did a
Whoa.
photo shoot.
Was it cool?
Yeah, it was fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is so fun.
I can't believe they have that. I didn't even know that was a known thing.
Yeah, well, facts.net. Brittany's been a lifelong fan of Disney, dressing up as Minnie Mouse multiple times as a child.
True.
True? Does no one know that?
Yeah, I mean, I was Minnie Mouse as a child, and I was a sexy mini Mickey Mouse after I moved here. So
Wow.
yeah.
You're the biggest Disney fan?
Oh, I love Disney. Always.
Wow.
I'm one of those weird Disney adults
Oh,
that want to
really?
go to Disney and have fun. It's just so fun.
No.
You can't go to Disney and not be in a good mood.
That's true.
You know? And I'm very positive and happy person, so it just
Yeah.
it feels awesome.
Oh.
It feels awesome to be there.
No, when I took my manager, she was giddy, and I'm like, what's going on? She's so excited.
Oh.
It's the best. It's so fun.
It is.
You enjoy Game of Thrones and has even worn a Jon Snow Christmas sweatshirt?
Did I wear a John? I do like Game of Thrones.
Okay. Would you buy a sweatshirt?
There is a great chance. I mean, I am the theme queen.
Wow.
So if we
Okay.
were doing something, especially Stassi was really into it, Katie was really into it. So there could be a chance that I wore a Jon Snow sweatshirt, but I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
but I
that's
do like
maybe.
Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
What?
Yeah, I watched one episode. And I'm the first one, and I think I was just on my phone. I'm I don't know if this is.
You have to pay attention, and you have to watch a couple episodes, and then you'll get hooked. It's wild.
Is it really that good?
Yes, it's great.
Okay.
It's great.
I'll take you about it. I'm gonna start watching it
And there's a lot. So if you're
There's
bored
so
and want
many.
to binge something, that's a good one.
Because my problem is when it's kind of past when everyone's watching it, that's when I want to watch it.
Yeah.
But then once it's past that, I'm I've kind of missed
Well, not really,
the
because
fun.
I think it's better whenever you have a bunch of episodes to watch. So you're not
Okay.
like waiting for the next episode. You know what I
True.
mean?
Yeah, I get really angry. Like
Yeah.
with Severance and they haven't dropped the new episodes, I DM the actors. I'm like, fucking give me. Anyway, sorry. I've DM'd somebody. They'd be like, please come on the podcast. Let's talk about it. I'm so angry. Have you
Yeah.
seen Severance?
No, I haven't.
Severance is a show on Apple TV. And
Okay.
essentially, like, as soon as you walk into work, a different part of your brain comes on and it's like a different personality and you don't know your outside person compared to your inside person. So all your outside memories don't exist and you only have your inside memories.
Wow.
So as soon as you go in the elevator and you leave, you're back to your normal self.
Okay.
So you don't really know how long you've been working, whatever else.
Oh,
But it's kind of
gosh.
crazy
Okay.
because they have like company secrets, whatever.
Okay.
If you watch that, I don't know. It's like one of those ones you have to turn your phone off and like,
yeah, actually pay
get
attention.
angry?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And that's the last one I got really passionate about where I DM'd all the actors. I was like, please, for fuck's sake, tell me what happens or send me a screener. Like, I'm so angry.
I love that you're DMing them.
No, I get so passionate. I'm like, and then like some of them I'm like, sweet. I'm like, hey, come on the podcast. Would love to talk
Yeah.
about it. But I just want to know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You're like, just tell me. I won't say anything on the podcast.
I'm telling everyone. I'll tell all my friends. Do you enjoy sun chips as one of your favorite snacks?
Where are they getting this? I mean, I like sun chips, but I don't know that I would say it's like my favorite
What is
snack.
this? Is it just a normal chip?
You don't know what a sun chip is?
No.
So it's so funny because a lot of people thought sun chips were like a healthier choice because they're like multigrain, but
One of those.
really they are just as bad as a regular chip. But they're good. The
Okay.
garden salsa ones are really good.
But they're not your favorite.
Probably not my favorite. If I had a list of favorite chip, it would probably be Grippos.
Grippo?
Yes, so it's kind of like another southern thing.
What are you guys eating?
It's a barbecue chip, and the flavoring is like amazing. It's like sweet, spicy, and they're like drenched in flavoring. Like I hate whenever you get a Dorito and it doesn't have very much seasoning on there,
yuck.
you know? So Grippos are great.
Grippo.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna look those
I
up.
swear. If I would have known all this, I would have brought you a bag of Grippos. They don't sell them anywhere around here, so I order them off Amazon and have them
Stop.
delivered to my house.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're that good.
Yeah, they're great.
Um,
I even get the seasoning to like season my food when I cook
is it
sometimes.
really? It's that good?
It's delicious.
We do chicken salt. Have you had that?
Do what?
Chicken salt in Australia.
Chicken soup?
Chicken salt.
Chicken salt?
Salt.
Okay,
Yeah.
no.
Have you heard of that?
No, I've never heard of I've like salt and vinegar chips,
No,
but
it's
never
like
like chicken. I like how you say it, chicken salt.
chicken salt.
Chicken salt.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the best. Put it on your like French fries. It'll change your life. It's like a big thing in Australia. Chicken
Oh,
salt.
chippy.
Chippies, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying chicken salt.
No, that is chicken salt, but that's
Oh.
Chippy's the brand of that one.
yeah.
got the one at home.
I've never heard of that.
And here we are. Anyway,
You
next
get
time,
me some of that, and I'll get you some Grippos.
next time we'll do a trade-off. Okay. Brittany enjoys tequila and has even given your dogs tequila chew toys to play with.
True. How did they know this?
Wait, what the fuck?
It's probably been on like the show or something where they
Okay.
have like a little fake
Yeah.
toy of like Don Julio squeeze
yeah,
toy.
I'm like, how do they know this? Your whole life has been documented the
yeah,
last 10 years.
I forget.
Yeah.
I forget sometimes because I'm just living.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely have little chew toys that say Don Julio, but Casamigos is my favorite.
Casamigos?
Mhm.
Okay. Your salary on the Valley is estimated to be between $5,000 or $25,000 per episode. Do you want to skip it or you?
False.
False.
Yeah,
Are we higher or are we lower?
higher.
Whoa! Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's go.
What?
I'm not gonna say exactly how much, but
no, because then the other people will get sassy.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
This is the last one. So you're widely regarded as one of the most patient and forgiving people on Vanderpump Rules. Do you think that is fact or fiction?
I mean, I would have to be being
Yeah.
everything that I went through.
Yeah. I was.
You know,
You've really been through the dredges.
I have.
Are you okay? How are you so happy?
I am great.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been through a lot, but again, I always just try to stay positive and like think of like all the great things I have going on in my life.
How do you not because the hardest thing when I was like looking all this stuff up, like there's just so much out there,
Mm-hmm.
and there's so much public opinion too,
Yes.
especially like it's your real life. Like how do you stay positive and happy, especially when you're dealing with someone who's maybe a little bit off the rails?
Yeah, very off the rails. It's there's definitely challenges that come with it, but we have Like, Bravo has such a huge support system. Like, our fan base is awesome. We do BravoCon. We get to, like, meet people. Like, we have a great fan base. And majority of the stuff is, like, so much support. And there are so many haters, but there's way more support than there are haters. So you try to, like, block that out because nobody is ever going to be able to make everybody happy. And I had to just, like, realize that. When I first started reality TV, I probably had like 4,000 followers. So I was able to like kind of grow with it. So, you know, a lot of, you get kind of used to it, but I block people all the time.
Yeah,
I restrict them first. And if it's a restricted comment and they're being an asshole again, then I'm like, you're blocked. You're out of here.
Yeah, motherfucker.
I don't need this.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Yeah.
Also, like, people who say that when I have comment filters on my page. Oh, Harry's deleting comments, or he's got comment filters on. It's my page.
Yeah. Yeah.
Piss off. If I could do this on everyone else's page, I would, but I can't.
Yes.
It's just mine.
Same. I like don't even, sometimes my friends will want to post and like do a collab post. And I'm like, if we're going to collab, I have to be the one that collabs with you so that I can control the comments. Because if you control them and like let all this mean stuff live on my page, then I'm not doing a collab.
And some friends are pretty like rude because I've had friends that like delete those comments like, oh, but it's good for engagement. I'm like, I don't give it's not good for our friendship.
See, my friends would never.
Really? I have
no.
some friends that just leave shit up. Even I've like, sometimes I've been off my phone for like an hour or so and I see like rude comments about my friends and I haven't deleted them and I'm like, fuck, I gotta get on top of it.
I delete comments about my friends, about like, you know, I'm not gonna let that negativity live in my space.
Yeah, go comment that on your own post.
Exactly.
You sausage.
Like, how weird would I be if I went on somebody's page and like commented negatively about, like, that is just so strange to me. I don't understand it.
It doesn't make sense.
It does not at all.
I'm gonna do it after this.
No, don't.
I've started snapping back a little bit though. Like there was this one comment. I don't know. This person said something crazy about my parents and just had the biggest forehead ever. And I just kept calling them forehead. I'm like, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta just delete the comment.
You know what I did a couple times? Like if somebody had commented mean or was acting like a Instagram bully to me, I've gone to their page and they had like children or something. And I have responded under their picture of that. And I was like, oh my gosh, your kids are so beautiful. Could you imagine if somebody was being an Instagram bully to them the way that you are being to me?
Wow. It's such a nice way to...
Yeah.
Wow, you're so lovely.
But I've gotten, like, such a good response from that. Like, I think it hits home whenever they're like, oh, my gosh, somebody could be doing that to my... Like, I'm somebody's daughter. You know?
True.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
What's going on?
You want somebody to talk to your kid like that? Like,
wow, that's actually really mature way to go about it. Like, that's nice.
I mean, you need to be, like, a better... influenced on your children.
Yeah.
Because bullying is only going to get worse.
True.
With all the social media taking over.
Wait, when did your socials really take off after the shows?
Definitely after Vanderpump. I mean, it started like growing.
Like crazy?
Yeah.
Was it overnight or was it very like gradual?
It was like kind of fast, I
Yeah.
think. You know, my first year, I was already living, because, you know, you film a show and it doesn't come out for like 6 months or sometimes even longer than that. So
Yeah,
I was already like
a
living
year.
there, and it was just kind of like slowly as like other people on Vanderpump were tagging me or they would see me with them all the time and this and that. So I think once I became like a permanent cast member, that's whenever it started like really taking off.
Is there any shows that you would love to do?
Goodness. Well, I did Special Forces, and that was a train wreck.
Wait, yeah, I was, okay.
Yeah, that was, woo.
That's a quick one too, right? That's like meant to be 8 days?
Oh,
No.
yeah. Well, you could be gone as long as, I think the most I could have been gone was 18 days. But I left on the first day. So,
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was so embarrassed. But yeah.
Why are you embarrassed? Fuck them.
It was really hard.
Yeah.
And I'm terrified of heights, and I jumped out of a helicopter and
That's
rappelled
enough.
down in the desert in Morocco. So I was like, I did it. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, it was so hard. Like, credit to all of my castmates, because,
Yeah.
shoo, that was rough.
I don't know if I could do that one either. I'm too much of a diva.
Well, yeah, you don't have the choice to be a diva. Like, the DS, the guys who are, like, yelling at you and stuff, they do not turn off. It doesn't matter if the cameras are rolling or not. Like, they're the same 24/7. Yeah.
I would hate that. I'd just be, shut up, you fucking
Oh,
wombat.
they will tear you up if you like,
Can you
comment
fight
back
them?
to them.
You can't fight them.
You would lose. They're, like, special trained,
true.
like,
They've
yeah,
killed people.
like, you're not going to win. Sorry.
Kill people. Yeah, what am I talking about?
Yeah, they're, like, extremely talented in what they do.
Yeah, it's really scary.
Yeah.
Would you do Dance with the Stars?
I think I would.
Would you like it? I feel like you'd be so
think it
sweet
would
on
be
that.
fun because I do have like a cheerleading background, so hopefully I would be able to like pick it up, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that would be fun.
Is there, if you could create a reality show right now, what would it be?
If I could create a reality show right now, goodness, that's hard.
It's a hard one?
Just because, I mean, all my reality shows have been like all about my life and just like
Yeah, like, let's do something fun.
following what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be. I mean, it would be really fun to like travel with a bunch of your closest friends to like a crazy location and
Yeah.
like do different like crazy activities every day. Not like jumping out of helicopters,
No.
but like new experiences and
Like
stuff.
a margarita on a jet ski.
Yeah, like, well, I love sharks. Like, if we had to like get into a shark cage or something, like, you know, and it's just
Whoa.
like all these different reality stars that
That'd
are
be
like
fun.
bougie, you know?
Yeah,
I think
that'd
it,
be
like
fun.
just something like that would be cool.
Is it, yeah, so I guess so much of your life is, well, pretty much all of it has been aired, right? Like, there's not much left up to the imagination. When I was looking at all this stuff up, I'm like, you poor thing. Like, it's been really kind of put out there. Is there anything that you wish wasn't? Is there any, like, moments that you're like, oh, they shouldn't have aired that, or they should have just left that alone?
I mean, 1,000% you get embarrassed about things that happened, but honestly, like, I am so lucky for everything I've gotten to do, and I think that one thing about me is I've always been very raw and honest and just like who I am, and I haven't changed as a person no matter what. So I've always
Yeah.
been like the same person. And I think if I tried to hide stuff, like the audience can tell that. And like I signed up to do a reality show. Like this is my job, and I'm lucky that I have this job. There's
Such a
a
good
lot
job. Yeah.
of hard moments. Like it's not as easy as people think. People are always like, I could do a reality show. Okay, well then wait till you put like your darkest moments out there and get judged by the whole world. It's not as
Yeah.
easy as people think.
Duh.
But I think I've also grown and learned so much from my experiences, and like being able to watch back on certain things and like really learn from it is cool. As a lot of people will never have that opportunity.
I think that's also like super powerful too, because whenever I've made a silly mistake or been involved in something on a show, watching it back like a year later, I'm like,
yeah.
because they take forever to come out.
Yes. Yeah.
Like to watch it back and be like, oh, okay, cool. Like I can learn from that person, or I can learn from
Exactly.
this. It's kind of nice, and
But
no one really gets rid of it.
sometimes that can be hard too, because then like you film it, so you're already going through it,
Yeah.
and then you have to do like interviews about it, so you relive it again, and then it comes out
God.
all over again, and then it's like the press and the Watch What Happens Lives and like all that stuff. So it's like you basically live it like 3 different times.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's really.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of wild.
Yeah, fuck that actually. Yeah, but it's also good because I think it makes you more of a carefree person, right? Like
Yeah.
when you have everything kind of put out there, it's like, well, I don't like. I'm the same. I got no secrets. Like it's all.
Oh yeah, and well, and the amount of women who have like told me their stories and like said that me being so open about like my relationship or like what my son's been through and different things, like I've had so many people talk about how much it's helped them, and that means the world to me as well.
God.
Yeah.
Is there any cast members that you look back that just think had your back the most when you were filming?
Oh my gosh. I mean, all the girls on Vanderpump just like
Yeah.
rallied around me all the time. So
Yeah.
they were all awesome. And now on the Valley, same thing. Like all of my friends have really rallied around me. I feel like I'm the person who always has been able to bring everybody together. I'm like the person who's friends with everyone, and
Yeah.
the only person who can have a pool party and everybody shows up. Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
there's a lot of people who aren't going to go to the other person's event or whatever because they don't like each other.
Yeah.
So I've kind of always been that person, but all of my friends have like been so supportive of me.
Okay.
Like
cool.
every single one, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really special.
Yes. Yeah.
That's gotta be-
I'm lucky.
Is there anything you can tease about the Valley or this next season?
It's going to be great, as always. There's a lot of like funny moments. Last season was so dark.
Okay.
It was very, very dark last season,
Yeah.
and it's not gonna be that dark this season.
Okay, good.
But we still have plenty of drama, and there's a lot of like hilarious things that we did this season that I can't wait for people to watch.
Okay, good.
It's gonna be great.
Are you nervous, excited? Are you watching the new season of Vanderpump Rules? Or
I
no?
have not watched it yet. I don't know if I will or not. Not because of any like hate or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just I don't even go back and watch like me on Vanderpump Rules. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, do I want to go back into that? I would never change Vanderpump Rules. I'm so lucky that I did that, but I did it for so long, and now it's like a whole new cast. Like, I don't know if I really want to watch it, but I hope they do okay.
I'm the same. Like, I don't really want to watch reality TV. 'Cause I'm like, I do it.
Yeah, no, it's a thing for a lot of people who do reality TV. They want to watch like scripted shows or something.
Yeah, I want to get angry at my TV instead of like, what is he doing again?
Yeah,
You know?
like I like 90 Day Fiance because it's so different than what I do. You know, like funny stuff like that.
Wait, have you seen 60 Days In?
Oh yeah, where they fake that they're in prison. Like,
This is my favorite show.
Oh my gosh, that's
the
wild.
only one I love.
That's a good one.
Because it's like, oh my God, you just see people spiral.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing
Yeah.
ever. I don't know if it's canceled now, but.
Well, they're like in danger too if they get caught.
Yeah, like some of the prisons, I'm like, why even put them there?
Yeah.
Like, they're going to get shanked.
That's
like,
a great show. Love on the Spectrum is an awesome show.
So sweet.
Yeah, it's like the best. So there's a lot of good ones though.
If you could go back to how you were at the start of this whole reality experience, what would you say to yourself to protect your mental health?
I mean, I would definitely tell myself to, not listen to the haters and stuff because I feel like that's like the worst part of it. But I did go through a lot on the show. I think I would just tell my younger self, like, keep pushing through because things are going to work out for you. Even though it seems like they haven't worked out for me, I really feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be right now.
Yeah, it's like life seems good now.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm doing great.
yeah.
So, things are good for me.
Yeah.
So I would just tell myself, like, you got this.
Can we talk about your love life?
Sure.
Are we in a relationship?
Nope.
Is nothing going on?
I'm single as a Pringle.
How do you find happiness in, like, after going through obviously a massive, crazy relationship and then finding yourself again?
Well, I've been single for over 2 years now.
Yeah.
So, like, separated.
Yeah.
Hopefully divorced within a
Okay,
month.
is it? Oh my God.
Yeah, it keeps getting
takes
pushed.
a while.
Yeah, it keeps getting pushed and pushed and pushed, but we're just co-parenting. Like,
Okay.
yeah. But I think I had to like work on myself a lot after that. And I'm just kind of like, I don't have to be in a relationship. I don't like need a man for anything really. Like,
good.
I've got my own house, my own money. I've got, everything. I can do everything on my own.
Yeah.
But I do want like a partner eventually just to have like fun with and enjoy life with.
Yeah.
But it's not something I'm like, I have to have a boyfriend.
No, it's honestly.
I just want to have fun right now.
Especially like go through the trenches too.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
It'd be nice for you to have fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just having fun, but I'm single.
What's the hardest thing about divorce? Like, I can't even imagine.
The hardest thing about the actual divorce is just that it keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And
is that he's just being a sausage? Or?
it's like, I love how you call everything a sausage.
Yeah.
It's just, there's just been a lot of things that were happening, and he didn't like turn in things on time, or they needed something from me, or he was out of town for something and we had to like move the date. So it's always just been something happening. I've got everything in now.
Okay, we're good
so
now.
yeah, I am good to go. But in the beginning, it was like, it was so strange, all the stuff that you have to do that I didn't realize. Like, you have to get every single, like, file, bank accounts, like, I mean, everything you can possibly imagine has to be in and ready. And I have all that stuff in. But if the other person doesn't, then it just keeps getting delayed and delayed.
One of my friends was saying they had to go to, like, any, like, high-end luxury stores and, like, get everything that they've ever purchased there, too. Yeah.
I didn't ever do like that.
I was going to say.
But they do have like my banking like information.
God.
They see like everything you spend.
I would be embarrassed.
Yeah, I could like eventually like I'll know exactly what he has in his account, and he'll know because we've never had a joint account. It's always been separate.
Okay.
So like they tell you these things.
Damn.
But ever since like I left him in January, which has been over 2 years now, like anything I've made since then, he doesn't really have any like rights to or anything.
Okay,
so
good.
he doesn't have to know everything since then. But like since that day, that's where they would, collect all of our information from.
Wow, what a stressful process.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Is there anything you've learned the most about yourself going through all of that? Because
I think I'm a lot stronger than I ever thought I could be. Because like I moved here met a guy in Vegas. I was moved to LA from Kentucky after like 3 months, moved into an apartment in Koreatown, like got engaged on TV, had a wedding on TV, now had a divorce on TV. And I think like having my son just made me so much stronger because I was like, this is such a toxic situation and he can't like live in this.
God, yeah.
So I think, we just weren't working anymore. So we had to separate, and we could be both better parents, not in front of him. You know what I mean?
Is it, I was going to say, how is the co-parenting situation now? Is it, everything's fine? Is it difficult? Has it been easy now?
It's a lot. It's up and down.
Fuck, okay.
It depends on the day. It depends on the mood. It depends on...
How do you stay strong? Like, what's going on?
I just make sure I get everything done. And, Cruz comes first no matter what. So...
Yeah.
And his dad feels the same way.
Okay.
So things are better, but there are definitely a lot of hard moments. It's hard whenever you can't get along with somebody to also co-parent with them. So I'm really trying my best. I'm like trying so hard for my son. I am.
No, you're so sweet.
I'm trying.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did he ever pay you back for the mortgage?
Nope.
Oh, would you want that back?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Please.
Yes. Yeah. I don't care to pay my mortgage. It's his taxes on top of the mortgage. So, like, my mortgage is fine, but the extra stuff that he took out, which this was all on the show, the extra stuff that he took out that I am now having to pay monthly, hopefully we'll figure that out with the divorce.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
You poor thing.
Yeah,
like, this
it's
is
fine. That's why I keep saying I got it,
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
Damn. What's your perfect world like after this, when this is all like said and done? I know you said like eventually you'd love to have like a person in your life, but is there a moment that you just like take yourself on vacation, like sit and breathe and just relax a little bit? Because this sounds like a whirlwind of the last like few years.
Yeah, I love to travel. I'm actually going to Cabo in 2 days for my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, my birthday is on the 25th. So.
Because it's your birthday, we got you some cupcakes.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for mentioning that.
Oh,
I was waiting to bring it up. But
okay. Oh, sweet Lady Jane. I love that. Thanks. I love sweet stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so we got to go to Cabo for your birthday.
Yeah, I'm going to Cabo with Lala, Janet, and Michelle from
Fun.
so just a quick little girls trip. But I love to travel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, anywhere, everywhere.
What do you guys got planned when you go there? And this will be aired after. So.
Yeah. Oh, I don't care. We're staying at...
I don't know. I don't want people to show up and be like, hey, we're going to come on the jet ski with you.
Yeah, oh, gosh.
No.
We're staying at Garza Blanca Resort.
Thank God this is coming out after.
We got a tag while we're there.
Yeah.
So
okay.
It's like,
we're good.
But, I mean, if somebody can make their plans that quick, that's like wild, you know?
We need those people in our lives.
Yeah, we're going to do all kinds of stuff. We want to do a boat day because last time I was in Mexico for my birthday, the whales were migrating. So I really want to do like a boat day and see that again. Just have like a fun girl time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Is Cruz going to go?
No, this is
girls
trip only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Is there what is a normal day in your life right now? How does it look? Obviously, you've got work stuff.
Yes. Yeah. So it just depends on the day, whether I'm doing my podcast or I'm doing some kind of press thing or I'm filming TV or I'm filming interviews or doing like brand deals and different stuff like that. So it's kind of like all over the place. Like, it's weird I don't have like a set schedule, but my son has a set schedule because he has to do like speech therapy and occupational therapy and different things like that. So it's definitely like wake up and breakfast and all that with him.
How's it going with speech therapy? Is that
He's doing amazing.
Okay, awesome.
He's doing great. He's just thriving. He's doing so well. He's the happiest little kid ever. So he's growing and learning every day.
That's so important.
Yeah.
That's so special. This is a good one.
Okay.
What is the first thing you ask when you're about to date a new person?
What is the first thing I ask when I'm about to date a new person? Lord.
Are you sober?
Do you have a girlfriend?
Okay, that's a good first question.
Yeah, seriously. Because I have like, guys are crazy out there.
Wait, they'll date you when they have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
That's common? Yeah. Well, I would. Wow, you know what? That is common.
I mean, it was like this public thing. The first guy that I started hanging out with after Jax, we had known him for like 3 years, and I like was introducing him to my friends to hang out with them, and you know, he was always like dating different girls, so everybody thought he was single. All the guys thought he was single, like he was in our friend group. So I was a little shady, but whatever, I was pissed.
You can do it.
And then, you know, once I started hanging out with him, I didn't find out till like I was in Vegas one time, and this girl came up to me and she was like, I'm really good friends with, I don't even want to say his name because it's been a minute, but they were like, I'm really good friends with him and his girlfriend. And I was like, what? And he had a daughter, and I was like, her mom? And she was like, yeah. And she was like, they live together. And I was like, what?
How did you not know that?
Nobody knew.
He's that good?
Yes.
I need some tips.
Nobody knew until that happened. Yeah, until she came up to me and said that in Vegas. I did not know.
What do you do?
And I had known him for so long and seen him date all these other people, but that whole time we thought he was a single dad, but really they were living together. It was wild.
What did you bring it up to him?
Yeah, of course. And then ever since then, I'm like, do you have a girlfriend? Are you living with somebody? Like,
But you're still seeing him?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. No, that's been like over a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now you see someone new. That's the first question.
Yeah, I like make sure.
But what if? Okay. Fair.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, people will only show what they want to on social media too. So
True.
yeah, it was wild.
So if you're dating someone, make sure they post you.
I don't care if they are posting
Okay,
me. Like, I don't want to post anybody right away, or them posting me right away.
Like just to show you're in a relationship. So you know it's real.
But this was just like even to talk with somebody, like even just to hang out with somebody.
Okay.
You know, now that happened to me, I'm like, absolutely not.
Have you
But
been
if I'm just talking to somebody, I don't want them like posting me on their social media.
Oh, okay. I'm like posted. No, don't do that. I actually get scared because people get so sassy. They ruin it.
Yeah. I don't want like people going into their DMs being like, because you just never know.
You never know.
So
And people always have something to say.
Yeah, and I want to make sure somebody's there for the right reasons, not trying to like climb up off of me or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because we live in
fair.
LA, so it's a little bit different out here.
Have you been on any terrible dates?
Gosh, I mean, who hasn't been on a terrible date? Why can't I think of anything? I mean, I guess not like that bad, but
No.
some people you just don't click with, you know?
Yeah, and it's just like talking to a sponge. It's
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like ask me a question.
Yeah.
Do something. Actually, advice for me, because you said you've got engaged, you got married, and divorced on TV. I just remember this.
Okay.
I potentially will be getting engaged and married on TV.
Ooh.
What advice could you give to me on someone who could be doing that?
Oh, gosh.
Don't do it.
I mean,
it's all done.
Yeah, but like you're doing it in a completely different way that I did it. I was in like a relationship for 4 years before I got engaged.
Okay, yeah. So some of these people I'm meeting weeks before.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's what I mean. I mean, have fun with it, but like I would say, like have a long engagement and actually get to know them. Like don't rush into a marriage right away. You know, just kind of like I would say to the people on The Bachelor too.
Yeah.
Like they get engaged, but like the ones that make it, like they don't rush anything. They stay engaged for a long time, and a lot of my friends have made it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna ask any more questions because I'm gonna give away the show.
God.
Hey, wait. What's a green flag you look for when you're dating someone?
A green flag.
Apart from them actually being single.
Yes. Yeah.
Bare minimum.
That's sad. That I know. Bare minimum. Really. Like you have to be single.
Yeah.
Green flag is definitely someone who treats other people with respect. Like anywhere that you go. Like I don't want somebody who is rude to a server, rude to somebody at I dealt with that. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is yet again bare minimum activity.
This is easy.
But I have learned from my past,
Okay.
like those are huge red flags. I like somebody who like is close with their family, loves their family, because I am such a family person. I think that's a great green flag. And somebody who can like really make you laugh and have fun with.
Okay.
And there's so much more, but
It's honestly bare minimum.
yeah, seriously.
Someone you can have fun with, someone who's nice.
Yeah, a lot of my friends.
And someone who's single.
A lot of my friends are like, you don't have like much to compare it to, so
No,
anything looks
true.
good to you.
Fair.
So they're like, be careful.
Before we end the episode, we want to do a final 4 questions.
Okay.
Just about reality TV. You can answer them as quick, as easy, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
When it comes to this. But first question is, if there was one law or rule for all reality TV shows, what would you want it to be?
Like, I think it would be don't like fake things for TV. Like, you have to be like honest and real. And
That's a good rule.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you think reality TV audiences would prefer honesty or chaos?
Obviously honesty,
Yeah, but they love
but it comes with chaos.
Yeah.
You know, like I've been through so much, but I've always been very honest and open about it. So
Yeah.
it kind of like goes hand in hand. I'm not somebody that's going to hide it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Damn,
So it kind of
okay.
goes together.
Would you rather leave a show being memorable or liked?
Liked. I'm a
Okay.
people pleaser.
Okay.
Yeah.
good. And then final one.
Okay.
What's one word you'd use to describe your experience on reality TV?
Oh gosh, one word. Man, there's just so much. There is
so many
so
words.
much that has happened in my life. I mean, maybe just like a roller coaster. It's been so many ups and downs.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes,
It's been
that
amazing.
was fun.
Is there anything you want to plug? You have a podcast?
Yeah, I have a podcast, When Reality Hits. It comes out every Friday, wherever you get your podcasts with Podcast One. Valley Season 3 will be coming out soon. I don't know the dates. Everybody keeps asking me, so
We don't know.
we don't know, but hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then where can we find you on Instagram?
at Brittany on Instagram.
There we go. You got at Brittany?
Yes, I did.
How
Everybody freaks out
how
about
the
that.
fuck did you get that?
So,
Who did you pay?
Nobody. So
They gave it to you?
Well, so my name is spelled Brittany,
Okay.
and which is a very common way to spell Brittany. So it still is very lucky that I got it. But I was actually over at Stassi's house one time, and this was years ago. And she had just gotten Stassi on Twitter at the time, and it was just like on a whim. And I was like, you know what? Let me just see if Brittany's available. And it was available. And I was already verified. So, if you're verified, you can't just like change your
Yeah.
handle. It has to like go through. So I reached out to my publicist and I was like, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Brittany is available. Brittany is available. And I woke up the next morning and my handle was at Brittany.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
I didn't have
for
to
you.
pay anybody. Like they must have just, because I know I had to have looked up at Brittany whenever I first made Instagram.
Yeah.
But I guess I just looked at the right time and it was there.
Wow, that's
yeah,
awesome.
I got lucky.
Well, you're a gem.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. If you did enjoy today's episode, please give us 5 stars, and we will see you again next week. Thank you so much. Wow.
That was fun.